Facebook Live. Happy Thursday. I am Ryan Arditi here with the Brandolino Group, and I'm here with my friend, Mr. Keith Reno at Wintrust Mortgage. What's up, Keith?
Thanks for coming by.
Good to see you again. So we want to kind of touch base, right? There's a lot of chatter going on regarding the shift in this real estate market. You know, where's this shift going? What's going on? I think there's a few things you and I can agree on, right? This shift has created opportunity for sellers and buyers.
Absolutely.
Right? Would you agree?
Absolutely.
We're going to focus on buyers, okay? So we're going to focus on people just like you who are looking to purchase a home in today's real estate market.
Excellent.
And you and I believe that this shift has created affordable opportunities, right?
Absolutely.
So we're going to show you 3 different ways you as a buyer can take advantage and really capitalize and create an affordable opportunity in today's real estate market, all right? So let's just call it what it is. We're not reinventing the wheel, okay? We are not reinventing the wheel. This is predicated on a seller credit, okay? A seller credit's been around forever, right? It's been around for a while. But obviously, as the market changed, it was more difficult to obtain. Fair enough to say?
Yeah.
With the shift in the market, it's created opportunities where buyers just like you can take advantage of this seller credit. All right? So let's just set the tone, right? We have a buyer.
Okay.
You're looking for a home. You're approved, let's say $500,000.
Okay.
Okay, that's your max.
Very common.
Max. Just like a lot of buyers out there, your max is $500,000. You go look for a home, you're shopping for a home, you see the home, and what's the price? $500,000, right? That happens all the time. You really want the home, but you want the payment to be affordable, and you don't want to go to your max. So what can we do? How can we show them to take advantage of this opportunity, right? So let's talk about the first one. Let's say you see the home for $500,000. It's been on the market for a while, and let's say we negotiated a $10,000 credit, which is pretty common in this market. Would you agree?
It's becoming more common. Yeah, over the last month or two.
I think we've done some transactions where the last few, we've gotten some credits.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's assume $500,000 purchase price with a $10,000 credit.
Okay.
We're good?
Yep.
So the first one that you can utilize is probably one of the most common ones, right? And really what it is, it's going to allow the seller to give you a credit to pay for your closing costs. Keith, what is the closing cost and how can they use this $10,000 to help them?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think great setup there. So with this buyer, $500,000 price, we have that $10,000 credit. So general closing costs. So $500,000 cost and prepaid expenses in general, right around $10,000.
Makes sense.
So with that $10,000 credit, our buyer can now keep an extra $10,000 liquid in their own pocket, which is something that a lot of our first-time home buyers especially like to do. They can keep a nice nest egg. Maybe they want to make a few improvements. Maybe they're looking to buy some furniture. It just allows them some more affordability as far as some cash that they can keep on hand. And that's what a lot of folks commonly choose to do. Another thing, if the seller is paying your costs, well then you now potentially have an extra $10,000 that you can put down on the property. Putting down an extra $10,000 in general will lower the payment by about $60 a month. So going forward, there would be a nice savings of $60 a month. And that's something we look at, but then Ryan, we also want to look at option number 2, the permanent buy down.
Yeah, let's just tee this up real quick, just to let everyone know, right? So basically what Keith is saying is you can take the $10,000 and you're still going to pay your down payment.
Yeah.
Obviously, okay? The seller cannot pay for your down payment.
No,
okay?
just cost and prepaid expenses.
But there's escrow, there's title, there's other costs associated with buying a home that you have to pay in addition to your down payment. This $10,000 could cover, I would say, the majority, if not all. And if there's extra, you can use it to, lower the price or use it to lower the rate to your advantage. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, we can buy down the rate.
We can buy down the rate, pay your closing costs so you can either buy furniture or use the money to paint the house or whatever you want to do.
Yep,
That's
yep.
probably one of the more common ones that people have seen out there. Let's talk about number 2. This is the one I like. Permanent buy down, all right? How can the buyer utilize this $10,000 credit, and what is a permanent buy down, Keith?
Yeah, so with that $10,000 credit, so you're paying your down payment, you're paying the standard cost, and now say with this credit from the seller, you can buy down the interest rate. Buying down the interest rate, it will permanently lower your interest rate. So let's just say, and in general, I'm not trying to quote rates here, but if rates are say around 5%, have a 5% APR,
Sounds about right.
you can potentially buy down well into the 4s, and now that's going to offer
So basically what you're saying, Keith, is the buyer sees the home, likes the home, it's at their limit, they negotiated this $10,000 credit, and they can use it to literally buy down the rate for the next 30 years.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to allow some more affordability.
Did you guys hear that? Did you guys, I mean,
yeah, I hear
that sounds like an affordable opportunity. And would you agree that that's going to be a little bit more common in today's shift or real estate market?
Yeah, we're seeing this opportunity become more available, and sellers being willing to accept an offer with that credit. So now, with the interest rates continuing to trend up, it's highly unlikely that we're going to see rates, back down in the 4s where they, once were. So now still an opportunity where we can buy down, get, next to historic low interest rate that, a buyer can comfortably have for the next 30 years.
So what you're saying is rates obviously in June were a little bit less than what they are now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's fair to say prices are close to the same. They're pretty competitive to where they were then.
Yeah.
That same buyer can find that home, say for $500,000,
Yeah.
and get the seller to buy down the rate at an affordable payment that maybe they would have had in June, July, or even August. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, makes sense.
That sounds like a pretty good affordable opportunity, which I think is very realistic in this market.
Yeah, so it's going to allow someone to either have a lower monthly payment on that same $500,000 property, or potentially qualify for a little bit more. Maybe now it can go to 510 or 520. So
Ooh, I like how
opportunities all around.
Did you guys hear that? Not only can they possibly permanently buy down the home if that's the home you want,
Yeah.
but if you want to go a little bit higher, you might have a little bit more opportunity with that credit. We can discuss that in more and kind of cater it to each client. But that is huge, okay? That is huge. And you guys all need to be aware of this, all right? Let's talk about number 3, which is a newer, not necessarily a newer product, but it's more of a, preference, right?
Yeah, it kind of comes in and out of the market. It's called the 2-1 buy down, and what it allows when you have some additional credit to buy down the interest rate in the short term. It allows for a more affordable mortgage, a lower monthly payment in the first year, slightly goes up in the second year, and then goes to a fixed long-term payment in year 3. And that's something that, probably more so, a little bit more popular in some new construction type stuff. But something that we do want to take a look at, and there may be some opportunity for some of our buyers, especially folks that are renting now and now going to home ownership. Maybe they're worried about the difference in the monthly payment, and there's tax advantages there as well, but maybe there's overall a little worried on the difference in that monthly payment. A program like this can help ease that individual into that long-term, slightly higher mortgage payment.
I like what you're saying, because let's say you are renting, right? It does take a little bit of time to get adjusted to a mortgage payment, owning a home. What this would allow you to do is you can fix your rate for 30 years, and that's today's interest rate, right? We're not talking locking the rate in 2 years. You're locking the rate today.
Mm-hmm.
But what it allows you to do is kind of ease into the payment for the first 2 years.
Exactly.
I'm not going to get into the logistics of it, but the first year is less, right? The second year is a little bit higher. And then the third year, it would stay at the fixed rate for the next 30 years.
Yeah, or the next 28 years.
Or the next 28 years.
Yeah.
I don't want to add more years to your payment, but so it would be 28 years. That sounds like obviously a unique product, and I think you got to qualify, and there's some stuff that you have to have in order to qualify. But this is something that I think people might be interested in, whether it's new construction or maybe if you're renting and you want to kind of ease into the payment. This seems like another affordable opportunity.
Yeah, I think where we're seeing the market going, where we're seeing the market crash, we're seeing some stabilization, and I think we'll see some continued appreciation going forward. So I think these are 3 exciting things to, 3 things to get excited about if you're a buyer that you can go out and make happen in today's market, where in June these 3 things probably weren't available, and come June in 19. It may be difficult to make these 3 things happen again.
I agree 100%. A shift is not a, crash, all right? A shift is a change, but a lot of times a shift creates opportunities, right? So that's why I think now more than ever, you need the right lender, you need the right real estate agent to really negotiate and be knowledgeable, so you can be in a position to have an affordable payment for the home you want. Because maybe the home you want, you think you can't get it, but if you look at the opportunities that are there, in my opinion, and I think yours, I think they would have an opportunity to buy it. So
Worth taking a look at.
they know how to connect with you. You can connect with my friend, Mr. Keith Rendo. I think you have his phone number, unless you want to give it to them.
661-513-3118.
Or you can email him. I'm Ryan Arditi, Brandolino Group. You know how to get in touch with me. Appreciate all your time. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.